Welcome to my channel. Today I'm setting up my bullet journal for March. Just going to start with the cover page. This is the first time I've used this Tombow calligraphy pen. This is a hard tip one. Last month I used a soft tip, which was a little easier, but the soft tip is damaged, so I'm trying this one out today, so it's a little shaky. Now I'm going to use a fine liner just to create this circle around the outside. I'm going to do a couple of circles, just not quite following the line. Now I'm just going to add the little leaves. So these little leaves are my theme for March, just something quick and easy to do. Now I'm just going to use a green Tombow jewel brush pen just to add a little bit of green to the leaves. Once again, I'm just leaning on a piece of paper. I'm left-handed and that just helps prevent smudging. I just realised I only have 2 lines at the bottom and 3 at the top, so I'll just add another line at the bottom. Now I'm going to add some washi tape to the edge of this page. Adding tape to the edge of the page is a great way to define each month in your journal, so you can easily find them when you're flipping through. I'm going to add a pale pink spotted washi tape to the edge of the page. To avoid getting creases in your washi tape, when you fold it over, I find it best to run your finger along the edge of the page, just bending the tape forward slightly. And then just start in the middle by pulling it down, and then just work to each end, pulling it down as you go from the middle. I'll just cut those ends. Now I'm going to move on to my calendar for March. Just starting with the title using the Tombow calligraphy pen. I'm just going to use the fine marker again, just to complete the little leaf detail. I'm just going to draw the outline of the calendar just with the fine marker. I'm going to use a slightly thicker fine liner just to complete the days of the week and the numbers. I'm going to use a light grey fine liner just to complete the last few days of February and the first few days of March. I'm just going to add some green to those leaves. I'm just going to add some green to the top of the calendar. Now I'm moving on to the monthly tasks page. Just going to complete the border with the fine liner. I don't mind that my lines are not straight. I actually like that look. Just add some green to those leaves. Now I'll move on to my goals page. Just using the fine liner again to complete the border. Using the Tombow calligraphy pen again to complete the header. I am struggling a little bit with this pen. I'm used to the soft tip. Just add some green to those leaves. Okay, now just moving on to the habit tracker. This month I'm going to combine my habit trackers. Last month I had a well-being habit tracker and a home habit tracker. Just start with the header. I'm using the fine liner again to complete the border. Now I'll use the fine liner to write the days of the week and the dates. Now I'll just complete the leaves. I'll just add some green to the leaves. Now I'm going to add a green line to every second row. Just makes it easier to read each habit separately. Now I'm going to use the grey fine liner again, just to draw some lines in the graph. I'm using a ruler this time, just because the graph can get pretty messy with free drawn lines. To complete this habit tracker, I write the habits that I want to complete each day for the month in this section, and then as I complete them, I just colour in the box that corresponds to the day for each habit. At the end of the month, you have a graph of when you've completed the habits that you have listed. The habits that I choose to list usually correspond with the goals that I set for the month. So they would be the habits that I would need to complete daily to achieve the goals. Now I'll move on to the daily spreads. This is where I keep track of my daily tasks, events and appointments. I'll start once again with the border using the fine liner. As I explained in my last bullet journal video, I use a star for my intention for the day, and then I list 3 things that I'm grateful for at the end of the day. Then I list my tasks for the day down here, and this is my theme, which is a section where I add things that I've learnt for the day, something that really stood out. I'll just add the date in here. I'll just complete that header. Just add some green to those leaves. And just to the star and the hearts. If I have an event or an appointment for the day, I add it in this section above this line. Now I'll move on to the next day. Now I'll move on to the weekly tasks page. This is where I can keep notes and list things that I want to complete in the week that I'm not sure which day I want to complete them on. Just start with the border. Just complete the header. Now I'll just move on to the next week. So I just continue to complete my daily spreads in the same way all the way through the month. From here, I'll just go on and complete the daily pages, including a weekly task page at the end of each week. I've decided I'm not going to track my expenses this month, so I haven't included an expense tracker. Here's a flip through of the pages I completed today. If you'd like to see more of my work, check out my February bullet journal video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.